Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and most of all I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Get that camera set up nicely. That's better. We are going to be painting some Lumineth Realm Lords tonight. Hope you're all doing great. Been painting up my Lumineth lately. I don't know why. We've just decided that we're going to paint up Lumineth. So with that, we're going to start just finishing up. There's about 1,000 points of Lumineth. I've got a couple of extra pieces to add. Besides these, Andrew, good morning. Enders, good morning to both of you. Hope you're both doing well. So yeah, we're just going to be starting to get the armor done on a bunch of Lumineth now. I've been working on my Wardens, pretty happy with how my test scheme's sort of going, got a lot of the base colors done on them. And so now we'll just get the Blade Lords, some Sentinels, and start on my characters. I've got a Caligrave and a Venari Bannerblade. Dominic, hello from Ireland. Nice. And so, hello, John. Nice to see you as well. Hope everyone's doing well. What hobby is everyone working on at the moment? I'd love to hear from everyone on what they're all getting, what you're all getting up to. Oh, yep. If you sent it to the Cinderful one, I will definitely have a check in a sec. I don't get notifications for that. Andrew, no worries, mate. I'm glad it has had mostly positive response. There's always been a few that will not view talking about stuff like that and asking people to be open-minded, will view it as not something. But yeah, I'm glad the vast majority of people have had a good. Yeah, I most certainly, while putting my daughter to bed, that's why I'm a little bit later, planned to start maybe about half an hour ago. But the daughter took a little bit to get to sleep tonight. So while watching her go to sleep and making sure she stayed in her cot, I was most certainly reading that FAQ. Gits, all I can say is I am super happy with a ton of stuff. It is the best FAQ they've done since 2nd edition dropped, I think. It's a really, really good, well planned out FAQ. Oh, nice. Painting some Inferno Automata from the Dwegcom. Awesome stuff. Got some more Conquest that'll hit the paint desk sometime soon. I've got a Spires army I want to get up and running for the channel. Will be super cool to get them nice and done. I do want to get myself some old Dominion. So at the moment, we're just getting a bunch of the metal done, base coating this. One Sentinel. Yeah, Old Dominion look absolutely amazing. I really, really love them. I think they're probably tipping it for my favorite faction now in Conquest. There's some really neat and interesting mechanics as well. But yeah, what hobby is everyone working on? Let us know. Love to hear from everyone on what you're all getting up to hobby-wise. I've got a just a local fun event for a one-dayer coming up for Age of Sigma, which I'm quite excited for. We're going to be doing a Highlander event. For those who know a little bit about magic and stuff like that, the card game. You might be guessing what it is. For those who don't know, Highlanders effectively, you can't have duplicates. Everything's different. And so we're playing you can't take the same war scroll more than once. You can't even you can only reinforce one battle line unit in it as well. So but yeah, that should be a bit of fun. I'm probably going to take the Gits to it. But yeah, have people had a chance to go through the FAQ yet and have a real good look at it? Because there's some really cool stuff in that FAQ. I'm hoping they release like a proper FAQ and the app is just updated. Because it's certainly not easy to find everything that's changed in that. Gator Alice, thank you very much. I'm glad the video has taken quite a positive note for a lot of people. Not just FAQ hasn't been released, Andrew. The app updated, and they've got all the updated stuff in there. So there are major things. It seems the rumors were true. All except one, which I suspect is because it's the Lumineth one. So the Dragons lost their hero phase move. It's replaced with a once per game reroll to free, reroll to charge. Seraphon lost the Scaly Skin rule on everything. So the Coalesce like -1 damage is now only on Saurus, monsters, and Croxigor units. It's not on Skinks, which is really, really good. Khorne no longer lose all their summoning points when they spend it. Blood type no longer like forces you to have to spend all your summoning points. Gloomspike Gits got some nice changes. Not more so than their Loon Shrine now counts as a Bad Moon with a 12-inch aura around it, which is really cool. And the benefits for the Loon Shrine now change to Trogs just get +1 save under the light of the Bad Moon, and and Gits don't get the rerolls anymore, but they do get rally on a 4+ underneath the light of the Bad Moon. So some really, really good changes for Gits. And yeah, Anders, you're right. FAQ proper is supposed to be out Saturday. They did announce it on their article. So it just seems when they've done the update, they've just already put it on there, which makes sense. But yeah, Just started painting up my ward and just and I'm on a bit of a Lumineth hook. Liking the miniatures, liking how they're coming out. So get my Lumineth. I would like eventually, I hope by maybe the end of this year, hopefully early next year, I could have an army of every Age of Sigmar, like 1,000 points of every Age of Sigmar army painted up for the channel. So we can really go to town with what armies we start showing off. Missed a bit on this one. Quite a bit of armor on these archers. Yeah. So, going to be an interesting little bit of time for Age of Sigmar, I think. Seeing how all these new updates go. It's been quite interesting, like building this. I've got my first event with the new, so we've got our last event with the old rules this weekend, and then I've got my first event with the new rules. Not too far after, I've also got a 40k GT coming up that I'm going to go to, so that'll be playing with new rules as well, which is going to be fun. I'll be taking Eldar to that. An Eldar army I'm going to finish up. My hope is I'll be going to try and get to a ton more events locally with a lot more different game systems over coming, so I can start sort of getting more communities involved and seeing the channel. I know there's some Kings of War stuff happening locally that I want to get involved in as well, on some Middle-earth. Yeah, we're going to get all the armor done on at least this bunch of minis, and I'll try and get this lot of minis, because this is about 750 points, so it's a small-sized Age of Sigmar army, which is nice, including some of my favorite minis, which are the Blade Lords and the Caligrave. I love the Caligrave mini. I know he's not the greatest on the table, but such a cool mini, the Caligrave. He's also really good in Warcry, which is nice as well. So he will have a place where he's at least good. Yeah. Hoping we're going to start getting more hobby hangouts happening again now that I'm finally getting a little bit of a schedule back to myself. So we should have more of these happening more often. I love coming and hanging out with everyone. I'll be interested to see whether she changes, like, because we know we've got a new Lumineth book coming. Apparently, we're going to get a dual box by the looks of it with Zinch, because they both have new characters listed in the GHB. Which would be really cool. Not really. I've got a massive Lumineth army that I bought over the 2 waves, and they always just sort of got pushed back. I remember I picked them up just before Broken Realms. Then they got pushed back because Stormkeep came out, and I'm a big Stormcast player, so I painted up 60 Liberators. I was running that for a little bit. Then I got into a big hobby project of working on my Cities of Sigmar Living City with a ton of Wood Elves. I then painted my Warhammer Fantasy Wood Elves this year. And I painted some Conquest armies. I just really haven't got into painting my Lumineth properly or playing many games with my own Lumineth. I do I think it's CR, just the double tapping of Aether Quartz, I think, is my favorite. At least why I start playing more games. I think that's the best sub-faction to start Lumineth with. Because it just allows you to play around with the army's core mechanic more. And then, so once I get better with Lumineth, I probably start with CR, give myself extra Aether Quartz. And I'll probably move to the double spell Lumineth, I think, after that. But I'm just painting up what Lumineth I like at the moment. Mainly because, we've got a new book coming, so we really don't know what's going to be good, what's going to be bad. So, and I'm not that overly caring. I like taking the models I like the most and playing those models to the best of my ability. I've got a rather large GT coming up as well. I'm going to the Hobart GT, which will be quite cool, meeting a lot of the folks in Hobart. It's going to be the first Tasmanian GT in Australia. So I'm really excited. I believe it's sold out now. But I'm really excited to go to that. I'm tossing up between Sylvaneth and Lumineth on what I want to take. Got those 2 books. Maybe even Skaven as well. All right. I'm in that sort of pickle where the downside of being someone who runs a channel that plays, games a lot and all of that is I have, I think, all the armies that have just gotten books, Fire Slayers, and so I don't have the first 3 that came out this year, but every other book that's come out or is apparently coming out, I have a army that I can just paint up and go play that army with. I've got Nighthorn, I've got Daughters of Cain, I've got Lumineth, I've got Slaves to Darkness, I've got all these other factions. So I'm in a sort of pickle of I don't really know which one am I going to stick with for a little bit. Yourself, what's your preferred sub-faction for the Lumineth? Wolfric, Nick, hello, mate. How are we? I see you're late for work. What is this? What sort of shop are we running here, man? Seems to have worked through my baking paper. A bit of water on my wet palette. Sipian, good morning, my friends. How are we? Just give me 2 seconds. I'm turning off my little heater. It's getting too hot in here for me. Despite it being freezing cold, that little heater does a pretty darn good job in here. Fucking. Well, glad he's all back home safe and sound, Nick. I think I'll do a full check over it when the actual Battlescroll update comes out properly, so we can see there's nothing missed. I think there's a lot of information to take in, but from what I'm seeing, it's very, very positive. Yeah, I'm really excited to see Astra Militarum as well. I really dig the minis that they're showing off the stuff so far. I'll be really keen to see how we go with them. It should be no secret, I'm getting quite a bit back into 40k. I'm enjoying it. It's a nice change of pace. Like I said, I've got 2 GTs. Actually, I've already signed up for 2 GTs for 40k, and I'll probably be going to a ton more events for 40k. We'll be planning to have a lot more 40k on the channel going forward, because I am really enjoying it. You know, at the end of the day, if I'm enjoying it, I'm going to put it on the channel. But also, like, I'm hoping to bring the same sort of stuff we've done for Age of Sigmar over to other games like Conquest, like Warhammer, 40k, Kill Team. I'm actually going to go pick up a Aeronautica Imperialis box set on Saturday. Quite excited for that. Oh, don't worry. I will never abandon AOS. Like, AOS will remain #1. Scythian. Most certainly, do not fear, that will never happen. I own way too much AOS to abandon it. Dragon's Lair Sorcery. So, Nick, if I don't know if anyone from South Australia is watching, Dragon's Lair Sorcery is doing a end of financial year clear out, 50% off a bunch of stuff on their shelves. And so I'm picking up a $150 Aeronautica Imperialis box for $75 for half price. They had some Blood Bowl stuff on their shelves, Nick. So I'll send you the pictures after. There's a bunch of stuff 50% off, so pretty cool. It's just like, you know what? I've always wanted to. It's half price. Done. I'll come grab it. I'll go. Mango Man, hello. How are we? Yeah, it's a bunch of. It's a single shelf. There's like Kill Team Nachman. There's a couple of the old Battle Forces on there. There's, I think, a couple of the large starter sets for Age of Sigmar. There's some other Kill Team boxes. There's some 40k stuff. There's a Necron Battle Force for 40k. A bunch of Warcry, Blood Bowl, and specialist game stuff on there. I know there's Fury of the Deep, and I think there's a couple of the Arena of Shades boxes as well. Just an end of stock take clear out, really. End of year clear out. Dragon's Lair Salisbury too. I have no idea about the other Dragon's Lair store. Sure is the best GW. especially with how expensive GW's been in Australia lately. So definitely. Yeah, it like, and especially when like the cost of GW is increasing more. That 20% from a online retailer is becoming so important to. I know so many hobbyists like staying in it. Yeah, we got the one up. We hope to get some more in. I've got a few local Skaven players. I've got a Skaven army. I've got a paint. Soccer, 100%. Like on a personal level, soccer. I'm a massive soccer fan. Football, whatever you want to call it. But I also think like we've done it before. You can totally have like imagine like car racing, like Formula Ones or MotoGP or something like that. Like that's the obvious one, isn't it? Is car racing in 40k, because you've already got Blood Bowl, which essentially is the fantasy sport game. So do car racing with guns and almost like Death Race, the movie, that crazy terrible movie that was Death Race. Uh, 40k skin Mario Kart, John. Yeah, without a doubt. Andrew Zucky. Yeah, the cheese will run. Yeah, ER 910 Speed Freaks. I mean, that game's no longer in production, but I think that's the obvious one. Oh, that'd be cool. I love Gorka Walker. I think it is such a cool game. I'd love to see that come back, but maybe it'd be pretty cool to see like Spider-Fan get a glow up. I wouldn't. I'd more likely think we may see updated kits for the stuff we currently have, like a new gigantic spider boss and a new Spider Rider kit, but I don't think we'd see too much else. not just that, I don't think Gorka Morka and how like so heavily influenced converting what is currently what GW aim to do with their products. They aim to sell straight out of the box. It's not a game that sort of suits the current model of what they try to sell. Yeah, but they'll release their own tanks. They tell you that, and then they'll try and sell you the mini. It just, yeah, it doesn't seem like something that they're going to. There was a game called that called Gangs of Cormora. There also was a Age of Sigma one called, can't remember the name of it, but there was one where you were literally on Khorne. You were the Khorne characters, and you were fighting in an arena. I mean, Necromunda seems like it's going to be copying like and going over different areas over time, which is cool. Robin Mankiller, hello mate. How are we? Yeah, I am up late painting. I'm not gonna work till tomorrow afternoon, so use this time to do some painting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna watch the Cocker Spaniel now. It'll be a fun time. Slaves and Disciples. Well, Disciples of Zinch will probably get some love soon if their new Battle Tome drops. I'll definitely be getting onto them. I've got to keep an eye on stuff there, but they will certainly be getting some love soon. I've got a good. I've got it on good authority. We are going to see the Disciples of Zinch and Lumineth get a jewel box. So What armies do I have? So Age of Sigmar, I own every army except Flesh Eater Courts. And ER 910, Gore Chosen is certainly what I was talking about. Um, 40k, I think, is where more, I guess, armies I want to get. I'd love to get my Blood Drinkers back up and running, get a Blood Drinker Space Marine army. I'd love, excuse me. Oh, Assist of the Battle would be really cool. Dark Eldar. And probably a Leagues of Votan army. So yeah, I've got nearly every Age of Sigmar army. I have a Emperor Spear Space Marine army, Tyranids, Necrons, Eldar, and Harlequins. I've got Warhammer Fantasy. I've got Empire, Dark Elves, Wood Elves, and Dwarves, and Skaven. I've then got Spires, 100 Kingdoms, and Nords for Conquest, Last Argument of Kings. I've got a lot of armies, to say the least. What models do I currently want? From Illumineth, I don't have any of the mountain people, so I'd love some of the mountain stuff from Illumineth. I've only got the Huracan range, and I always have Space More. Love to get the Eldar Corsair set. I also love a Tau army. I really like the Tau minis. Oh. I always have Space More. I need to get some more shelving, actually. Running quite low on shelving. Oh, somehow I've got a cut on the back of my arm, and I don't know how that. Why is that itchy, and why do I have a cut there? But yeah, oh yeah, I look forward to seeing some new corn models for 40k. Yeah, I have. Well, people have seen the room. This is like a corner in my area. The place where I play games is my hobby room. It's pretty big. Sorry, that was yawn in the middle. That was not meant to be that dramatic. Yeah. Yeah, I have a Deepkin army as well. I mean, it should come as no surprise. I have a lot of armies. On my Deepkin, I'm doing a Morphan Enclave Deepkin army. Started painting them up last year. Should probably actually go finish them at some point. So we have one Blade Lord. All his metal done. I love the Blade Lord minis. These might be my favorite units from Thing. And perfect, they protect and bodyguard my nice little scenario capital there. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we've got a swap sale coming up at one of the local gaming clubs. So I'll really be interested to have a check out of that and see what I can maybe find. Might put some of my YouTube money towards it. A lot of my revenue on YouTube is paying for the Hobart trip at the moment. That's going to be a ton of fun going to Hobart. Which is actually cool. I'm doing something really cool. So I'm going for a couple of extra days, and I'm going to try and meet a bunch of the community over there and get some of the Tasmanian community on battle reports on the channel. So something I'm hoping to do when I go to events in other states and other places, I'm hoping to try and go for a couple more days and meet more of the community and get people to come play some games on the channel, like play and record some games on the channel as well, which I think will be a ton of fun. Like, do play some armies I might never ever play. And get to show off other people's work, like around the Australian community, and who knows, maybe the community around the world as well at some point as the channel grows. Be a really cool thing to like get battle reports with, you know, heaps of people all over the world. I'd love to get battle reports in with. And if anyone ever pops to Adelaide, South Australia, hit me up. We will have a game. Oh, nice. That's a pretty sweet deal. Love it when you manage to find nice deals. Yeah, I film all the games, Sifian. I'm the one that's 99% of content on the channel is, well, Nick certainly helps get a lot of the games done. While I might film, without Nick, I certainly don't do half as many games. His part in any of that, while just being the other player, should not be understated at all on how much it helps. But yeah, I record everything. The whole channel is me. All the talking videos, everything I do, all the editing, all the organizing. And with that, that is going to be the end for tonight's little hobby hangout stream. I've promised the wife I'd get up early and make breakfast for everyone in the house, so can't stay up too late tonight, unfortunately. But this has been a good first hangout back. Like I said, I'm going to organize getting a regular schedule set up, so there'll be hangouts. I think the plan is probably Wednesday, Friday night, and maybe like Monday night or something like that, because that means it's, you know, like Sunday day for a lot of people, or Sunday night for a lot of people, who knows. But yeah, I'll be working on getting a regular stream schedule up for everyone. But massive thanks for everyone for coming, hanging out, chatting. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Makes all these easier to find for people that want to come and chat and hang out and hobby with us all. Thank you for everyone. Don't forget you can join YouTube members if you want. There's a description of that and Patreon down in the members below. If you join YouTube members, you get the cool little emojis as well. And it all helps support the channel and keep us doing what we're doing. So Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the great. Ciao for now.